First of all, what led you to this path? You know, as a teacher, have you ever dreamed of becoming a teacher, or this is something that you came across and feel like this is my path, this is my passion?
Thank you for that question. It's a very important one, isn't it? So for me, I've always been, this nerd who is fascinated by languages.
We're nerds. Yeah.
We're both language nerds, right?
Yeah.
And I was very interested in how languages work and, the grammar and the phonetics and phonology of the English language. And, being able to experience a foreign culture in their own language and being able to enjoy all the cultural products like comedy shows and movies.
Comedy.
It's incredibly rewarding for me, and not to mention, all the opportunities that being proficient at a foreign language presents you with. So I've experienced that firsthand, and that's why I want to be part of, the force that helps Vietnamese learners of English achieve what I've been able to achieve so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let's scroll back a little bit and think about, you as a student, because okay, you were a good student, I was not, but but you were a good student with all these, big achievements that I've heard about. So I feel like you have a really big passion with learning the language, but becoming a teacher is something else. What kind of led you to that passion, and how did you maneuver in the first years of being a teacher?
Well, I actually started, my first experience with teaching was when I was in Singapore as a student. I think I was a junior in college back then. And what prompted me to go into this path was, first of all, because I was broke, because I didn't have enough money to survive financially there, because Singapore, is an extremely expensive country to live in. So I wanted to ease the burden on my mom. So I had to take up like a part-time tutoring job at night, tutoring students.
So it started as a part-time job.
Tutoring job. But this is not to say that I've only developed that passion when I was a student. I've had that for a long time when I was in Vietnam.
Okay.
But I only had the chance to actually try my hand in that profession in Singapore. And then gradually, I just fell in love with it. And then it came a day when I just decided to go back to Vietnam and decide to do this full time. And I started working for one or two centers. When I came back here, I was a nobody. Nobody knew about me.
Okay.
And I just really put in a lot of work, and I started from pretty much zero.
Okay.
And then I started my YouTube channel as a side, sort of like a hobby. And I didn't really have any expectations of it growing and becoming like a big channel like it is now. And I think it was more of like fate for me. And the more I do what I'm doing, being a teacher, the more I fall in love with it.
Okay.
And I can say with a certainty that if money was of no concern to me, I would probably still be doing this as a passion, as a hobby.
Now it's time to study IELTS.